It's another year, and this August brought us another round of EA's American football sim, Madden 21. Bringing a whole new game mode, but only a handful of minor under-the-hood gameplay improvements, it's just about enough to keep the series from dying out. Whilst the Yard does offer a breath of fresh air and a new creative way to play, the legacy issues and the lack of development in some of the game's long-standing game modes is a little disappointing. Jumping into a game provides a familiar look and feel, with its high-detail, immersive atmosphere, true-to-life stadium design, recognisable player models, and varied, engaging commentary. It provides the usual polished and smooth experience that feels like the cutting-edge sports simulator we have come to expect. Sadly, the padding around the action is still lacking some of the classic over-the-top NFL fanfare and ceremony that fans of the sport are accustomed to watching, just falling short of the just like on TV experience the developers were aiming for. Gameplay generally feels faster, more responsive, and overall you as the player feel more in control of your character over the previous year's offerings. The ball carrier experience feels more exciting, and the skills control feel as though you have a greater influence when premeditating the outcome of an engagement, providing additional directional hurdles and more responsive control when using the right stick manoeuvres. Defensive play presents a more interactive feel with on-screen prompts and better feedback when locked into tight engagement. Tackling has received a slew of new animations and interactions, making for a more realistic experience when engaging with other players midfield. Whilst the overall gameplay improvements are somewhat minor, they do contribute to a generally more enjoyable and engaging experience, something which I personally never felt as though the game needed, but certainly a welcome addition. Unfortunately, the same bugs still persist, with terrible player model collision and frame drops so bad at key moments of play, I literally missed a field goal as a result. The face of the franchise mode offers little to captivate you, playing out a cliché you versus rival tale. The story begins as you recount the tales of your rise to fame to a reporter in the school gymnasium where your journey began. Tommy, your rival, harbours a secret heart condition which prematurely accelerates you from the bench to the field. I won't divulge too many spoilers, but despite a string of crushing wins and relentless commentary on your exceptional performance, the cutscenes and coach narrative still depict you as a decidedly mediocre quarterback. That is, until you almost immediately get drafted into your dream NFL team. The animation feels unrefined and dated, with frequent visual glitches and many characters presenting an embarrassing lack of personality. At one stage, my character literally just switched skin tone. The story, both unconvincing and clumsily written, really doesn't give you a sense of influence, pushing a far-fetched series of events yielding some of the most baffling character choices in any story mode ever. Playing through the ranks feels tedious and doesn't deliver the feeling of accomplishment you seek from a game's primary campaign mode. Really, the campaign manifests itself as a string of monotonously easy games interspersed with bad cutscenes and a superfluous Snoop Dogg cameo. The one respite from the monotony takes the form of a skills test, which comprises of two events: a 40-yard dash which can be easily cheated, yielding a consistent yet arbitrary score of 4.46, and a set of 10 drills which are genuinely less inspired than the training drills themselves, all of which can be completed in under 5 minutes. Overall, face of the franchise feels like more of a token inclusion rather than a key component of the game. This year's big addition takes the form of the Yard. A fast-paced 6v6 pitches superstar lineups against each other on a reduced 80-yard pitch, with a unique playbook, custom rules and game modes, and equally as wacky uniforms. Each team has 3 possessions to try and score, opting for a further 1, 2 or 3-point conversion, requiring different yardage for each. Additionally, you may pass as many times as you like behind the line of scrimmage, adding a more casual, varied approach to the game. The Yard has huge potential to breathe new life. It can feel like a not so new and improved iteration on the previous year's Madden, but it's definitely not without its downfalls. The rules and mechanics seem inconsistent between events, which can take a while to learn, and only offers a limited number of rule sets across the limited number of events. With no campaign or franchise mode available to it, the Yard lacks any longevity or progression. And whilst with a bit of time to learn the rules, I found myself genuinely enjoying the experience, I equally as quickly found myself growing tired of the limited avenues to explore. Both the Ultimate Team and Franchise Mode have barely seen any updates or modifications, except for a small number of additional contracts and minor mechanics tweaks. Still littered with microtransactions and infinitely granular details in terms of management choices, the die-hard fans of these game modes will find them comfortably familiar, albeit maybe too familiar, even down to the in-game menus. All All in all, Madden 21 feels like more of an iterative update than a whole new game. If you liked the previous year's offerings with no qualms about the lack of new features or development, then this will be a welcome addition to the collection. If you were looking for something with a bit more to offer, then whilst The Yard does offer a great new way to play, it feels quite claustrophobic with its lack of progression or customisation, leading to a relatively short shelf life. With nothing else on the market in the way of NFL simulation, the lack of competition will not be pushing EA to innovate, and in true EA style they can peddle the same game year after year, masquerading a minor update as an entirely new game and collecting the revenue that comes with it. I've been Ben for Invicta magazine and thank you for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments, and if you enjoyed it, please do give the video a like and a share. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep up with all our latest content. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, plus we stream regularly on Twitch, and you can find all those links in the description below along with our website. See you next time and goodbye for now.